Hi, I'm Ashot. I called this episode The Digital Deer. June. A warm sunny day. Blue sky without a single cloud. A big forest. In the center of the forest, a clearing with a perfect green grass. In the center of the clearing, a magnificent huge deer. Why is he digital? It has a huge switch in its head. A primitive yes-no switch. And so is our handsome deer in the idyllic surroundings. Its 5 senses register on the ideal and its body corresponds to this. The chemical elements called hormones float in its blood, reflecting the environment. In this case, it's idyllic, so the deer is filled with serotonin, endorphins, dopamine, and other happiness and anticipation hormones. Head down, grazing. The switch is in the 0 position. Suddenly, slowly but surely, 20 hungry wolves start running towards it from the far corner of the forest. As soon as the deer senses register this danger, the switch instantly flips to the position 1, activating the fight or flight mode, the survival mode, the stress for the deer, and the blood fills with other hormones appropriate to this situation. In this case, the stress hormones, they enter the bloodstream, adrenaline, noradrenaline, and in the long term, cortisol. Why? By this, the deer gets more than usual energy to run faster than normal from wolves, or fight harder than usual against wolves. And the primitive animal deer does exactly that. It either runs away or fights them. But as soon as the situation is over and the 5 senses no longer perceive the threat in the environment, the switch just as quickly flips back to the position 0, the head lowers, the senses no longer register danger, the blood is again filled with happiness and anticipation hormones, endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin. The deer continues grazing. It's in the now. It won't dwell in the past, thinking, God, where did these wolves come from? How did I even manage that? It won't travel to the future, that might never come this way, thinking, what if they appear tomorrow? How will it be? Will I be able or not? No! It's a primitive animal. It's here and now. Here's ideal, I graze, and I have my endorphins, dopamines. Period. And of course, a modern His Majesty human being deals with that kind of situations much better, right? Let's give it a shot. Don't you think we, unlike the deer, modern, advanced people, don't have a primitive switch, but a joystick? A perfect, highly sensitive, well-oiled joystick that can move right, left, forward, backward, even move at our will. And here he is. Such a modern person is sitting in a dry, warm office with a roof over his head, healthy, well-fed, in front of a monitor with a PowerPoint. And what does this person do? This highest creation of nature. He bathes in the past. He's thinking how badly he got divorced some years ago, how his boss didn't give him a promotion, and so on and so forth. Or this person travels to the future that might never come this way, thinking, oh, I haven't booked our vacation yet. How will we fly? Where will we go? Or how will I perform with my presentation in 2 weeks? He is not in the now. The problem number 1. The human brain does not distinguish between reality and imagination. Therefore, the fight or flight mechanism is triggered in this person's blood, the survival mode, the stress for the human being. Therefore, his blood is filled with these very stress hormones, adrenaline, noradrenaline, and long-term, even worse, cortisol. And the person sitting in a dry office, in a complete safety, bathes, free will, in the fight or flight survival mode. The problem number 2. This mode consumes 80% of the entire body energy. This additional energy for fight and flight has to come from somewhere, right? And so the remaining 20% of energy is what all other body systems have to work from. All digestion, all immune system, breathing, blood circulation, all this has to work from the remaining 20% of energy. How well and efficient will the systems work? And then such a perfect person in the office is wondering why he gets sick so often, why he's depressed, why there's no joy in his bed. That's because the body can't exist forever with 20% of its energy. The deer has it simple. It switch flips, it deals with the wolves for 15 minutes, the switch flips back and everything is fine. So who is actually the primitive animal?